Hello interwebs, welcome to Let's Fix Computers. I'm doing a diagnosis on a HP laptop here with a bit of a broken hinge. It's coming apart on the screen assembly side, so I think we're going to find damage around this area. So we're going to take apart this display assembly and just see what needs to be done. It all sounds very crunchy and very unpleasant and horrid, so yeah, this is unpleasant and I haven't even started on it. So let's start out just by removing the front bezel. This should just come straight off. I'm just trying to see if any of the display panel is coming away with it at the moment, because it's a razor panel, and razor panels, unfortunately, their lack of a bezel makes them rather fragile. So I'm just going to very carefully try and peel this front bezel off. Oh yeah, I knew it. There's glue along the bottom of this front bezel, which is a disgusting habit that some OEMs have, that just mean it's impossible to take the damn thing apart without destroying things. Right, I'm just going to very carefully slide along the bottom here. Yeah, no, I'm not ruining it yet. Oh, that was horrible. And now I've got that removed, you can just see what was happening there. This bottom part of the panel there, that tape there was just sticking to the front of the bezel, and it's all very horribly exposed behind it. If I'm lucky, that won't have done any damage. Unfortunately, there is damage here. These screws are in solidly, and the fact that they're here and it's coming apart means that everything's snapped off of the back. So let's take the display panel out so we can get a good look at what's going on there and see what needs to be replaced. Let's disconnect. I'm just undoing the other hinge at the moment. Right, that's loose. That one came out. And that one came out. Oh, right, okay. This is supposed to be connected to there. So, yeah, this isn't going well. Okay, I'm going to need to take the panel off, and rather than remove the body from the display assembly, I've got to get the back panel of the display assembly off. This is very awkward to show effectively on camera, because I'm not sure exactly what's supposed to fall off at the moment. Right, let's take that out. Alright, there we go. Okay, that frenzied and unpleasant disassembly is done, so now we've got things in a state where I can let go of it. So, what we're at is this side part that goes down there, that's supposed to be attached to there like that, creating the two sides of the display assembly that supports the panel between them. This one is snapped off. We've also lost, where's my tweezers? We've also got one of the screw mounts floating there, and that one, yeah, that one's gone as well. And yeah, this one is also gone, so let's just remove those screws. Okay, so we're going to need a new left hinge to get one that has this still attached to it, because this is structural. Amazingly, this flimsy piece of metal is structural to the side of this. If I leave that undone, then the display is going to flex when you open and close the lid, and that's just going to result in the whole thing just breaking itself again. So yeah, let's just quickly power this on and see if the display assembly survived that. The LCD, sorry. Yeah, the LCD is fine, so the good news is we don't need to replace that. So it looks like we just need to get ourselves a new side hinge and a new top cover for the laptop, and that will be all sorted. So I'm going to go and order some parts, and we'll be back after the cut whenever I've got those parts. Okay, so spare parts for this thing are proving extremely challenging to find on the eBay. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm just stripping down the rest of the laptop. I've just drilled out all the screws on the bottom, and these last two are giving me problems, so I suspect we've got broken mounts for these things as well. But what I'm aiming for here is many laptops share common parts between them, especially HP laptops where you'll see the same kind of design used repeatedly throughout a whole different range of models. So what I'm aiming to do here is just open up the rest of the case and have a look at the hinges, so I can literally just picture match it with a similar model. At the moment, I believe this is a G3250 that I've got here, and I believe it shares common parts with the HP 15R and the HP 15G series. However, I need to see the other side of the hinges to confirm that. So hopefully, once I've got these bottom bits off, which are also giving me trouble, I'm having to apply pressure to the back of this screw to make sure it turns without just spinning. Alright, now I've got to open this up and get the keyboard out, which is very awkward considering the state this laptop is in. Oh, there's going to be screws under the DVD drive, isn't there? Of course there will be. There we go. Right. Okay, so I can just remove this side quite easily and remove that from the laptop entirely. And now I can sit and troll through eBay and just picture match. There we go. We've got more broken bits here. Let's have a look at the other side of this top case. Yeah, those have dropped out as well. Well, what else have we got holding that together? Got two big ones through there. It's not, yeah, we've got that one there as well. This is not the end of the world. There is some damage to both sides of this top cover, but that's not structural, so we won't need to replace that, I don't think. What's probably happened here is this laptop has taken a fall and it's just gone and just broken all these hinges off. And unfortunately, this is one of the cheapest laptops money can buy, so it's not going to stand up to hits like that. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to pattern match those hinges and hopefully I'll be able to find a replacement for not oodles of money. Okay, right, we're back. Apologies for the potato audio. I don't have my USB condenser microphone with me today, so I'm having to use my webcam for microphones. So, word to the wise, you can see the difference between a proper microphone and a crap microphone that you find on your webcam. Anyway, as such, I'm going to keep the commentary to a minimum for the rest of this video. The long and the short of it is, I could not find the replacement hinges that we needed anywhere at all. The HP 253G is a really uncommon spec of this laptop. However, I did discover that the HP 15R has the same body and the same display assembly. Then ironically, I couldn't find hinges for that either, but I did find a complete display assembly. This was a rather expensive solution. It was about 50 quid for this complete assembly, which is ludicrous. However, the only one I could find that I was positive was a match. So unfortunately, we've just got to roll with that. Anyway, so we're going to get the LCD and possibly the webcam. No, not the webcam. The display wire, a couple of other bits and bobs. We're going to transfer those over and then we can get this all refitted and we'll be finished. So I'll see you after the car. Right. Okay, the older front bezel is actually in better condition, so we're going to go with that one. Okay, right, this bit's a little bit awkward. Unfortunately, one of the other two parts that had broken were the screw points here and here. Now these are on the top cover, the top case, so that's the keyboard tray, if you see what I mean, of the laptop. They're not structural, but unfortunately they kind of hold on these two bits here. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to spot glue these fellas back in, just to hold them in place. Because unfortunately there's nothing for the screws to go into on the other side there. The only way to resolve this would have been to replace that top case as well, but that would have been another 20 or 30 pounds. So considering that they're not structural, or well, they kind of are, but they're not mission critical, we didn't really want to spend even more money on this thing. So I'm going to fire up the hot glue gun and I'm going to spot glue these in, and that should just hold those in place. Okay, there we go. One fixed laptop. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time with better audio. Goodbye for now.